Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a repair technician here at A&G Central Music, and I'm also a saxophone player. I'm here to talk to you today about your first time with your new saxophone. So if you look over here, we've got a saxophone in the case. When you go to open it, remember that there will be a logo for the brand of saxophone that it is. That will need to be on top. Latches facing up. Just undo the latches and open up the case. If all goes well, nothing should fall out. Now, inside the case, we'll find the saxophone and some accessories to go with it. We'll start with the saxophone. Here we have the body of the saxophone. This is going to be the main part that you're going to play. Everything else will attach to this. Next we have the neck. It's what attaches to the body, and the mouthpiece attaches to this so you can play. Here we have the mouthpiece cap, and ligature. Cap is just there to protect. Doesn't really do too much, but keeps your mouthpiece nice and safe. Next we have the ligature. This is what holds the reed onto the mouthpiece. And finally we have the mouthpiece, what you blow into to make the noise. Next, in the accessories slot, we'll have a swab, so you can clean your saxophone out after in between each play. You'll find some cork grease. Generally, the new corks are a little bit dry, and it makes it difficult to get that mouthpiece on. So with that in mind, you just apply a little bit of cork grease on here, and it'll make it slip on nice and easy. Remember, this is not chapstick. It does not taste good. Next, we have the neck strap. You'll wear this when you go to play. Helps hold the body. The body is a little bit heavy. Slips on right over top of you, and you're good to go. And finally, you'll have a couple of reeds. Those will go on the mouthpiece, and that'll allow you to play. Next, we're going to talk about assembly. Now, there's a couple different ways to assemble the horn, but I found the following way is the easiest and the safest. So, start with the mouthpiece and the neck. We'll take the mouthpiece, put it onto the neck, good to go. Next, we'll take the ligature and put it onto the mouthpiece, loosening up the screws a bit to allow the reed to go in. Finally, we'll take the reed. Now you'll only have wetted it first. You'll lift the ligature up ever so slightly, slip the reed down in between, and push the ligature back down. This way you won't break the reed. Next, tighten down the ligature, and we'll move over to the body. Take the end cap out of the saxophone, put the neck into the saxophone, tighten the neck screw, and then the neck strap can clip right on to the hole in the back. And you're ready to start. Now we'll talk about how to make your first sound on the instrument. We're going to start with just the neck and the mouthpiece. It's a little bit easier to make a noise on just those for the first time. So, when you go to play, you'll need to make what's called the embouchure. To make an embouchure for a saxophone, you'll curl your lower lip over your bottom teeth, like so. And then you'll bring the rest of your mouth in like a drawstring bag. So you'll curl over and then pull it around. Now the good news about saxophone, as long as you make a seal around the mouthpiece, you should be able to make a noise, assuming everything else has gone right. So, place it in, coming as comfortably straight towards you as you can. Curl your lip. Bring your lips in. And blow. It should come out nice and easy like that. Once you've done that, you can put the neck straight back into the saxophone, tighten up that neck screw again, put it up to your mouth, and there's your first note on it. Adding fingers will change the pitch. Alright, so finally we'll talk about care and disassembly of the saxophone. Saxophone is relatively easy to take care of. Doesn't need a ton of maintenance, but you do need to be careful when you're putting it away. So the first thing we're going to do is take the neck out of the body, put it down to the side, and we'll swab the body out. Now as a technician, I'll tell you, you want to go in from the top when you go to put your swab through. There are a couple of things on the inside of the body that can actually catch onto the swab. So if you go through from the other way, it can sometimes get stuck, and that makes it difficult to pull out. If it goes through the top, it comes right out, not a problem. These ones, it might be a little bit tough, so make sure you push it down into the neck just a little bit before you get it started. And give a good pull. and you're good to go. Now we can put the end cap back in. No need to tighten down the neck screw. Put that back into the case. Next we'll take the mouthpiece off of the neck. Neck can go back into the case. Next we'll take the reed off the mouthpiece, loosen up the ligature screws, pull the ligature straight off. Mouthpiece will go into its holder. Put the ligature back on, the cap back on, and you're good to go there. And finally, put everything you have back into the case. Don't forget your neck strap. Close the case, pop the latches, and you're all done.